Hey everyone, this is John from True Strength. Shoulder and neck pain affect a lot of people. In today's video, I'll show you a mobility routine that will have you moving and feeling better in no time. Please subscribe below and get notifications on all upcoming True Strength trainings. Let's get to it. All right, let's get a nice comfortable posture, kneeling, sitting in a chair, and we're going to start with some neck rotations. This is a shoulder mobility routine, but we definitely want to start out by warming up the neck. So we'll look over each shoulder, abdominal stay tight, and posture stays straight. We'll look up and down, nice and slow. And we'll speed it up just a little bit. Let's add some neck circles in. Want to get some blood flow into the area. We're going to do some shoulder rolls now. Work back, backward rolls, do forward rolls. We'll alternate. Just whatever feels good. Just warm up the area. Try to keep the movement just into one joint for now. Our mobility is going to allow us to do more than one joint, but for now, and this is a thoracic spine warm up. So we're going to push the chest out and then push the back to the rear. We'll turn to the side so you can see this. Shoulders are not going to move so much as the chest is going to go forward and back. So think about flexing your spine and extending it in the thoracic area. Just a little rolling here as well, whatever feels good. All right, now in this exercise, we're going to start on hands and knees, and we're going to go to our elbows. We reach through, press down. And we slide back nice and slow and reach up. So as we reach through as far as we can, we're not going to rotate the spine too much. We're going to drop our shoulder straight down toward the ground, getting a real good stretch in the front of that deltoid or that shoulder, and then we're going to reach back. When we reach back, we do twist. Keep breathing. Let your eyes follow your hand on the way up. Now we're going to add a little bit of motion in. Here we can see the difference between stretching and mobility. Stretch slowly at first, and we work the mobility in the movement after. We're going to switch to the other side, so we slide that arm across on the ground, elbow stays down on the ground. We reach up gently. These routines should be done proactively, right? Not just reactively. Oftentimes we get an injury or we get some tightness or some pain. We want to know how to remedy that. But if we can be proactive, keep these areas nice and supple and fluid and mobile, it can help us move out or do all of our activities throughout the day much easier. Okay, we're going to move into a PEC stretch. I want you to watch this close. We're going to start out with our hands straight above our shoulders. We'll post a palm down And lifting up the leg of that same side, we're going to reach over and we're stretching the pec of the side of the shoulder that's staying down. So palm up, same side foot up, stretch, twist, and that shoulder that's staying closer to the mat, that's the one that we're getting. Be very careful on this because you have the weight of your legs helping with the resistance. You have to be very cautious. It's a great, great exercise. Really will stretch that pec. And now we're going to add some motion in. So even though we're utilizing mobility here, we still want to make sure, especially with this exercise, that we're doing it cautiously. All right, here we go. We'll speed it up just a bit, alternating sides. Keep breathing. Keep the abdominals contracted. Always comment if you have questions. All right, here's another stretch we're going to do for the front of the shoulders, anterior deltoids. It's a bridge, lifting the hips up. We're going to pull those shoulders back. Again, really be careful. Now we're going down, so we're adding mobility right off the bat here. Stretch up, and let your hips slide through. I'm going to show a variation too. Just a moment where we're sitting down. And we just reach back with our hands. And we can just scoot the butt forward. It's a little bit more controlling. And then pinch the shoulder blades back. Adding a little bit more speed. Nothing crazy. Keep breathing. Excellent. All right, from our side here, we're going to work on the rotator cuff muscles. 4 muscles in the rotator cuff. You'll find that bringing the hand down towards your waist is going to be more difficult. These are really tight on me. So going back and externally rotating is not difficult, but internally rotating or bringing the hand down towards your hips can be much more difficult. So here I'm pressing and then pushing up against the top hand and then slowly pressing down. Switch it up. And feel free to stay longer on any of these exercises. Pressing very gently. Okay, now we're going to hold. We're going to push our wrist up into our hand, into that top hand, and then exhale and let it go a little further. Push up again. Let's go down a little further. You'll find one side is more flexible, more range of motion than the other. This side is much more tight for me. Okay, everybody, we're going to grab a strap. And And we're going to finish up with a little, you can grab a strap, a belt, anything. Bring your hands nice and wide to start this. We're going to bring overhead and behind. We're going to lift the shoulders up towards the ears as we go back and forth. Now as you bring the hands in closer to each other, it becomes more difficult, so do it cautiously, like everything we do. If you find that you're able to do these relatively easy, move the hands in, maybe an inch, do a few there, and then move it in a little bit more. You'll find a range that works for you. And here I'm just rotating around. Few final stretches, whatever feels good. You have a nice 10 or 11 minute stretch under your belt for the day. Have a good one.